Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. A very exciting video I have for you today. I purchased the bronze starter kit from Kirsty Meakin. If you are a nail tech in the UK or even in any part of the world, if you haven't heard of Kirsty Meakin, where have you been? So she has just recently released her own gel polish system. I honestly thought before she released her clothing, I thought she wasn't releasing clothing. I thought it was going to be gel polish or acrylic, but it wasn't. Obviously I was wrong. And now she's finally brought out some gel polish. So I had to try it. I couldn't not. So for the video, I thought, right, we'll try a bronze kit. In the bronze kit, you get your own choice of grit of file. Does that make sense? You get to pick which grit file you have. I went for a 240 because I've got loads of 100, 180 grit files, and I thought we'll just get a 240. This is the clean up solution. You can use this to dehydrate the nail and like clean any gel polish from like around the cuticles, smile lines, whatever. Just and you'll notice that it's 100 mils. So I think, from what I think, she's gone with 100 ml bottles because she can ship them. It's liquids are very you can't ship liquids. It's like a bit like gel polishes. You can only send 4 at a time, and I think you can only send 100 mils of liquid at a time. So she's gone with the 100 ml to make it easier to ship, so that I think if you're abroad, she can post them abroad as well. I think, I'm not sure, you'll have to check, but I think I don't know, but I think. Anyway, moving on. This is the packaging. Very pretty packaging. I know some people aren't going to like that it's plastic, but I actually don't mind that it's plastic. The instructions are on the back of the packaging. The plastic keeps the bottles safe and sound in transit, so you're not going to get like chipped bottles and stuff, arrive on. I hate that. Oh, I hate that so much. When you get damaged bottles, you want the bottles to look lovely. Also, plastic these days is widely recyclable. And also, if you notice in the box, the only other thing in there, packaging wise, is some crinkled up thick paper. And paper is obviously recyclable. So yeah, I don't mind. I'm not angry about it. So I also got a base coat because that comes in the kit. So you'll notice that it's a shiny bottle with a pink lid. The bottles are all slightly different depending on what you're using, which just makes it a little bit more easy to differentiate between what's what, if that makes sense. What is that little symbol with it looks like a book. Looks like you're reading a book. What is that? I'll have to Google it. I don't know. Right, let's just get these out and get this out of the way. Look, it's just paper. You can recycle that. It's fine, and you can recycle the box because it's card. Right, let me just show you this on here. The bronze starter kit was £73.99, I think. Yep, there it is, plus £5 packaging, and that includes the VAT. So you won't get you don't get to the checkout and then they don't add on VAT, because we hate that, don't we? So that's all included. So yeah, let's get rid of that. So we've done the base coat, the file, and the cleanup solution. The next thing I'm going to show you is the glossy top coat. So this one it had fingerprints on it already, and I was like, they're not even mine because I haven't even opened it. So I had to just quickly wipe them with my t-shirt, and then because I need to show you it in all its glory. Oh, look at that! Oh my god! So this glossy top coat is obviously shiny rose goldy colour, and then the skull on this is pink, because obviously if it was like the rose gold, you wouldn't really see it very well. Yeah. But that is the top coat, the shiny one, and then we've got a matte one as well. I love that the kit comes with the base coat and both top coats, because I love matte top coat. And then look, you can see that this bottle is matte, but then you've still got the rose gold skull. And yeah, I just wanted to show you it against the base coat, just so that you can see. Really exciting. Then the last thing I've got is the 2 colours. So with the bronze starter kit, you can pick 2 of your own colours. I actually went a little bit boring and I chose black and white, but I feel like you can tell a lot about a gel polish system with their black and their white. So the black is called Void, and look, did you notice it had 30-second S on the bottom? So it means it's a 30-second cure. But these have the pink bottles, the rose gold lids, and they have swatches on the top, which I absolutely love. I was just trying to show you the black because they are really pigmented. Just you wait, And then this is the white, which is called Whiteout. This one didn't want to come out, it's a little bit stubborn. And then I was like packing the packaging on each other. I was like, I could send those back to Kirsty. Oh, hang on, postman. Okay, it wasn't actually the postman, it was my dad. And we've been talking and I can't remember where I got to. I can't even remember what I said. So on the bottom, there's the names of the gel polishes, and also, can you see it's got 30 seconds in a little clock? So that just reminds you that they're 30-second cure times in an LED lamp. So this is the white one. They are actually really pigmented. So, which, I mean, she's already told you that. If you should have seen her launch video, it was amazing. Like, I don't think there was anything she forgot. It was really good, really good. Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna do 4 random nail designs. This isn't a set. I just thought I would start having a play with them and just see, you know, like get a feel for them. So this is the first one I've done. Now I didn't put the base coat down. I literally just buffed the tip and I'm working straight onto the tip, and I'm using really, really thin layers. So you can see how little product I've got on the actual brush, and this is just one coat. I'm doing this in real time as well. I thought I'd just do this in real time. There are parts that I've sped up, but this one is in real time. So you can see, I mean, for one coat, a really thin coat, that is not bad coverage at all. And then the first nail that I'm going to do is a marble. You all know I love a gel polish marble. So I'm only going to apply one coat. And then on top of that, I've cured the colour. Then I'm applying some base coat. And I'm not going to cure this because this is what I'm going to put we're going to create the gel polish into this uncured base coat. It's going to kind of act as our blooming gel. You know, I love a bit of blooming gel. Oh, yes, I do. So I also wanted to put more white than black, because black is obviously going to be the predominant colour. Though from what I remember, someone told me black and white aren't actually colours. They're just like different ends of the, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to shut up because I don't know any of that sciencey stuff. So 3 rows of white, 2 rows of black. I'm going to use a dotting tool just to wipe through the colours on the palette, and I'm using I'm using an ombre brush to scoop up the colour. Now when I do a marble, I scoop it up and then I just kind of float it over. You don't really want to be pushing down into the base coat. You want to float over and then just sort of let it bloom, usually. There we go. And it kind of, because it's on that base coat, the base coat will act like a blooming gel, though it might not bloom as much, but it will still have a little bit of bloomage. That's not a word, I don't think, but there we go. We'll just make words up as we go along, because why not? There we go. So I'm kind of happy with that. I'm just going to leave it for a little bit, a few seconds, and then I will shove it into the lamp. I always worry that I'm going to get, wrinkling with marbles, because sometimes I apply too much gel polish, but this one I did not, and there's no, I just want to say wrinkling at all. Hang on a minute, the dog is chewing. He's got an empty packet of crisps. He's got his snout right in there, but the rustling noise is really annoying me. Okay, let's start again. Right, this one, can't remember what I'm doing on this one. I think I'm doing 2 coats of white. Yeah, so this is the second coat. So each coat I cure in my LED lamp for 30 seconds. Unfortunately, I haven't got Kirsty's to show you, but I believe it's amazing. So if you've got one of those, you lucky ducks. Right, there we go. So that's going to go in the lamp. Okay, and then I am going to wipe off the tacky layer because I don't want the... Normally I would do stuff like this on a matte top coat, because if the surface is matte or buffed, like the gel polish doesn't spread. So I've just removed that tacky layer so that the gel polish stays pretty much where I want it. It's because it's not a gel paint. Gel paints are usually a lot thicker, and gel polishes being a bit thinner, they have a tendency to run a little bit more. So I thought if I remove that tacky layer, then the gel polish won't move as much. And I'm just using a long liner brush to do this is similar to a design that I saw on Ink London's YouTube channel. She done like a monochrome black and white nail. I really loved it, and ever since I've wanted to do something like that. So I thought, well, I'll do something similar. I'll just add an extra line at the bottom, and then all you do is, I'm going to use my detailer brush now. If you've got a thicker like a thicker art brush, use that, because otherwise this did take quite some time. But I'm just gonna colour in every other like rectangle bit, whatever you want to call it, section, and then when I move on to the next section, I will colour in the section between the top two sections. Am I making sense? So yeah, I've sped this up, so I'm just gonna carry on. You'll see what I mean. And then I will pop this in the lamp to cure for 30 seconds. There we go, so that's it finished. I'm then using that cleanup solution to dampen my brush, just to clean up any little, like if I've gone over, I just want to clean up those bits, and then I can pop it in the lamp for the cure. There we go. I kind of like that. Reminds me a bit of Beetlejuice. Okay, then I'm going to go over with the matte top coat. So I did do another nail, and I did find that the black, when I matte top coated it, it kind of smudged a little bit, but that might be because I'm not using her lamp. I want to say it might have been because I undercured it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. So what I done was I removed the tacky layer again, and that helped. Look, no smudging. So I don't know, it might have been my fault, I don't know. But there we are, that's that one done. Now that's matte. It looks really cool, matte. I'm sorry about the noise. We've got obviously the workmen outside still, and I think there's people they come along and they cut the bushes and stuff every now and then, and they've got a really noisy leaf blower, and I think it's a leaf blower out there today. It's very noisy. Right, I realised we didn't finish this nail. So I'm going to use a little bit of Stardust glitter from Nail Sugar. I'm going to put that into a little bit of base coat, and then I will give it a mix. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of follow the flow of the marble, and I'm just going to put, like, I'm so almost out of shot here. I hope I move the nail up. It's so difficult because I'm really rubbish. It's not really difficult, it's just difficult for me. I'm so rubbish at making sure that I stay in shot, especially when I zoom in, and also it's trying to look what I'm doing, because sometimes the phone is like right in my face, because stop making excuses, Nats. So look, you can see we're using my detailer brush to pick up that mixture of glitter and base coat, and we're just sort of like putting it through the marble, really. Just gives it a little bit of extra sparkle, because we love a little bit of glitter, don't we? Yes, we do. There we go. So I'm going to give that a cure. And then this one, obviously, is going to have to be glossy, because we've used a holographic glitter. It is illegal to matte top coat holographic glitter. Just saying, don't do it. So here we go, on with the glossy top coat. Oh, I do love a marble. Black and white marble with rose gold just looks the shiz, you know. I love it. Though this isn't rose gold, it's holographic silver, but it still looks nice. There we go. So that's that one done. Right, now we're going to move on to the next one. This one was a bit weird. I don't even know what I was thinking. So I've done 2 coats of white. Again, I'm removing that tacky layer because I want to add some detail with the black, and I don't want the colour to spread. So I've got a little bit of the black on my palette, which you can't see, and all I'm doing is running my ombre brush through the black gel polish, making sure, look, you can see how much product I've got on there, not a lot. I want to create some brush strokes. I was kind of going for sort of like an abstracty thing. I'm not really very good at abstract. I don't know. I was like, right, let's just throw some brush strokes on and see what happens. So I really want to do a Union Jack design with like these brush strokes kind of thing. I've had that in my head for a long time. I just haven't got around to doing it. I'll have to try and do that at some point. Anyway, just thinking out loud. Right, now I'm going to go over with, because I removed the tacky layer, I want to add some copper leaf. So I'm just using the base coat. I'm adding a thin layer of base coat. I'm going to cure that in the lamp, and now we've got a nice tacky layer on the nail again. So I'm just taking the copper leaf. This is from Nail Sugar. I don't know if Karen still has the copper leaf actually. I'll have to find out. I'll have to ask her later. But I'm just putting like random bits of copper leaf on the nail. Like I honestly don't even ask. I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, you might like it. I'm not sure. Kind of. I'm just a bit like, what was you doing here? What even was you doing? Where was your head at? I don't know. I'm trying to get the copper leaf. Honestly, copper leaf, gold leaf, silver leaf is so fiddly. I was trying to just break off little bits. It takes me forever. And then I usually have a fan blowing on me in the background, and it only blows ever so lightly, but you know how fine copper leaf is. It just bloody goes everywhere. Anyway, don't swear. Carry on. So yeah, I'm just going to put this in little places all over the nail, and then when I've done, no, I'm still going. I can't even remember how much I put on. The good thing though about copper leaf is it's so thin that it's not like glitter. Like when I put glitter on, I like to do like 2 coats of top coat, or like one top coat buff and then top coat again to make sure it's nice and smooth. This is so thin that you don't have to do that. You can just go in with your top coat, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and you're done. There you go, look. Ta-da! So that's going to go into the lamp, and then that's a very odd nail design done. Abstract, I don't know. Anywho, the next one, I done this and I posted it on social media, and everyone seemed to love it, so I thought, right, we'll add this to the video as well. It's going to be an ombre nail to start with. So I've got a little bit of white, and I put too much black in. I want a grey mix, but I kind of want a grey that's sort of in between the black and the white, because I'm going to put the grey on the nail as well, because it's going to make the transition from the 2 colours hopefully a little bit easier. Look, way too much black, so I'm putting like loads of white in. What a waste, Nats, what a waste. I hate wastage. Oh my god. Right, so the workmen are making so much noise. Right, because black is the predominant colour, although someone's going to tell me it's not a colour. I know it's not a colour, but I'm just going to call it a colour. I'm not going to cover, like I'm not doing, normally I do half and half, but because black is going to be the more predominant colour, I'm only doing like 1/3-ish of that. And then the rest of the nail, just leaving a little bit of a gap for the grey. I've put the white, and then I'm going to just pick up the grey with my ombre brush and place a little bit in the middle there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe my ombre brush between my paper towel so that it's got no product on it. And then I'm going to start to wiggle my brush. I like to flick the brush backwards and forwards. This is the easiest way. I tried the sponge method. I just can't get on with the sponge. And then people use a sponge and acrylic, and I don't, do you know what? I don't like that. So I'm just going to do it this way. And do you know what? I've tried loads of like different ombre brushes, and I always come back to my cheap little Born Pretty ombre brush. I just love it. It's just the one that I've used from the get-go, and it's been my go-to ombre brush. So I just flick the brush horizontally through the colour, move the brush up and down a little bit. And this first coat doesn't have to be perfect, but if you get it as nice as you like, as sort of as ombreed neatly as possible, then it just makes your second coat a little bit more easier to blend as well. So again, I've gone black at the top, white at the bottom. I'm going to put the grey in the middle. And then I will start to flick it again, wipe off the excess. And then what I will do as well is I will flick it sounds so odd, I'll flick the colour, so like I'll start at the top and then work my way all the way down to the bottom, just so that the blend, I don't know. But I mean, if you prefer the sponge way, you do the sponge way. This just, and do you know what I found? Oh my God, excuse the state of my nails again. I made them all nice with gel polish, and then I was picking the cack out of them, wasn't I? And I've picked the gel polish off. They look awful now. Having a moment. I think it's because my big boy starts big school tomorrow, and I've got nerves for him. He's like, yeah, whatever, mum. And I'm like, oh my God, my big boy's starting big school tomorrow. Oh. So yeah, if you carry on flicking, and if you find that you're getting a little build up on your brush, you can just sort of clean it off and then go back into the nail. So yeah, look, I'm just sort of just go until you're happy with it. I mean, I could keep doing this for ages, but there's got to be a point where, you know, it's like, come on, Nats, just secure it. So once I've finished, there we go. I'm happy with that. It looks right. I mean, black and white ombre, it's going to be quite difficult anyway, but you know, there we are. Right, again, look, wiping off that tacky layer because I want the gel polish to stay where I'm putting it, and we're going to start to draw on the spider web. So these are so it has like imagine you're drawing a wheel spokes, you know, on a bike. Do you remember when you were kids and you used to get those little, were they in cereal? You used to get those little, like, those little things that would fit on the spokes of your bike, and as you like rode your bike, they'd clink on your, do you know what I mean? Oh my God, that's brought back memories. Anyway, so we've done our little spokes, and then you're going to do little arches. Now the arches arch towards the center of the web, not the other side. If you do it the other side, it looks fine. It looks wrong. So they arch towards the web, and you don't really have to do it at the top because you're probably not going to see that, but I did anyway, because why not? And then you're just going to work your way in. So what I found was, if I put too much gel polish on my brush, it would start to bead up. So I would run the brush through the gel polish, making sure it was nice, evenly coated, but not applying too much, because I didn't want that bead. Otherwise, when I go to put my brush onto the nail, I'll end up with a really thick end and a really thin end of the, like a line. It will start thick and then end up thin, and I didn't want that. I want all the lines to be as sort of even as possible. Nearly done. So as you get to the center, you can make them a little bit closer if you want. Just Google spider webs and see what takes your fancy, or you can Google spider web nails, doesn't matter, they're all pretty much the same. And then once I'm happy with that, that is going to go into the lamp to cure for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to matte top coat this. I do like this matte top coat, by the way. It's a good one. You know what I'm like with matte top coats. I love a matte top coat. So when you matte top coat, make sure you cover the whole nail because you don't want any shiny gaps anywhere. And then shove that in the lamp for 30 seconds. And then we're going to just add one final touch to the spider web now. So you know when it rains, you get those little dewdrops on, or raindrops on the spider web. I'm going to use a really tiny detailer brush, and I'm going to dip that into the top coat, and I'm just going to put little tiny beads of top coat on the entire spider web. I do flash cure little sections, and then I give it a full cure at the end. So I'm just going to cover the whole nail, and yeah, and then I'll pop it in the lamp. But yeah, I did really enjoy using the gel polish. It's lovely and opaque, nice thin coats. I do want to try some more colours, but I don't think you'll be disappointed with it if you do purchase some yourself. I mean, yeah, I've done a few different sort of techniques here, and they've turned out all right, I think. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So let me know in the comments if you've bought it, if you've got it. Let me know what you think if you've used it yet. Big congrats to Kirsty and Adam on releasing a gel polish. I will in the future, I will probably get a few more. I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably get a few more just to give it a, you know, just because. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave me a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. It is completely free. I know you can change your mind later, though I'd rather you didn't. Yeah, I love you all lots, and have an amazing weekend. No, I'll see you tomorrow because it's Friday. Okay, bye.